Now let's get you some winning free information for this Tuesday. Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com, home of all the greatest sports picks and also vetted sports books. Big sale today on the Master Lock Line, and Master Lock Line, as you can see, is rolling 14-2 Major League Baseball, 13-1 with Major League Baseball totals. The latter one they don't cover the same period, so the baseball totals run goes back further. Great year in the NBA. Massive sale on the 100-day pickback. Go to offshoreinsiders.com. Let's give you some free trends for today in Major League Baseball. Florida Marlins are 24-19 on the road in their last 43. That is plus a significant 19.5 units. Twins have gone under 31, 10-3 as favorites to the American League. Royals have gone under 48, 26-3 overall. And the Mariners 33-25 their last 58, and that also for a nice 17.29 units on the plus side. Of course, that is after the juice and all that other stuff. Some NBA trends, and we're going to have so much more before this report's out. The Bucks are 33-12 against the spread. All records are against the spread unless we mention totals, unless I specify totals. 33-12, laying 7-11 points, and 22-6 if it's to the Eastern Conference. Thunder 37-13 on the road. Thunder have also gone under 30, 14-1 as road underdogs. Minnesota on a 48-72-3 overall skid. And the Rockets have the mighty have fallen 16-36 ATS. NBA free winner for you. Portland minus the 5 against Indiana. Portland is ice cold. They've lost 5 in a row straight up. 6 of 7 and 9 of 11. Pacers, meanwhile, won 3 straight. That's right. The Pacers have won more in a row than Portland has won in their last 11 games. And Indiana is a home underdog. How the hell can the Blazers be that big of away favorites? Well, before you jump on Indiana, please consider another example using the odds makers' knowledge against them. Betting away favorites in a losing streak is 277, 171, and 11. Fading home underdogs off of a win under specific circumstances that apply in the game, 80, 34-1. So basically what you have is an angry superior team playing at one that is fat and happy. There are quite a few other angles, some that would overlap. Apply here. Many contain angry away favorites off a loss and are fat and happy home underdogs off of a win. Well, this has both. Some of our power ratings, both team rankings and Sportsline, give us a decent edge here. But that is so important to note. So many of our best systems are counterintuitive. Essentially, if you were to know nothing about sports and you were simply to look at team streaks or team records and then compare it to the point spread and say, wait a minute, that just doesn't make sense. And, you know, the old saying, boy, are the bookmakers trying to trap you? No, they're not actually trying to trap you, but the truth is, when it looks like a quote-unquote trap game, that the squares would call it, go with what the odds makers are telling you. Again, by every single logic, you would say the Pacers are the much hotter team and they're a home underdog. How do I not go with the Pacers? They're a big home underdog. Nope. Go with the odds makers' knowledge, and quite a few systems say that. All right, the biggest public consensus move in terms of bets, and again, as we tell our clients at offshoreinsiders.com, I do use contrarian information, not as big as I used to, but I do like the percentage of bets. There's been, some people like the percentage of money, and we'll explain that in a minute. We like to do that periodically. The biggest public consensus plays in terms of percentage of bets in the NBA, Minnesota 76, Brooklyn 74. Kind of consistent because, again, the public likes those road favorites. But if you are a contrarian bettor, you want to go against the squarest of squares. That's why I like the percentage of bets, because the guy who's betting a $5 5-team parlay, he's the guy that you actually want to fade. So you want to weigh his plays every bit as heavily, maybe even more heavily, than somebody who's betting $5,000 on a single side. So that's why we like it in terms of bets when it comes to contrarian information. But I've heard the theory. Some say, wait a minute, the sportsbooks always make money. Always make money. You want to root for the same teams they're rooting for. And those people kind of like to bet contrarian relative to the percentage of money. And often these overlap. Well, today when it comes to percentage of money, nothing really of significance. All right, we'll spit that out. Sharp versus square metrics. The pros versus Joes. The one play we do have today is to go with Houston, again, in the NBA. Biggest line moves. Well, Golden State open up as a 1.5-point underdog. They are now laying 5 points. Luka Doncic is considered questionable, although based on the way the money's going, it seems that the odds makers and the sharps think that he is out. But our sources say questionable. But again, the odds makers continue to suggest he is very likely out. All right, offshoreinsiders.com for the best vetted sportsbooks and free picks each and every day. Offshoreinsiders.com. We're also hoping to increase the number. We may partner. I think I'm going to partner with somebody to do podcast, a major carrier, and you get us some more exposure, and we'll do this more often. But please visit offshoreinsiders.com. And by the way, follow us at Offshore Insider on Twitter if you're not doing that already.